because like all the followers, man, the money, it doesn't truly fulfill you. And I don't want to act like it doesn't help. You know, everybody knows that like the main problems we have in life is money problems. It's always about who can I afford that. Money alleviates most of your problems in life. Still, there's some areas of my life that I wish were better, which is why I titled this video "Women Will Ruin Your Life." And I realized that the only aspect of my life right now that I don't like is women. I catch myself sad. You know, like I enjoy being single, but at the same time, I've been through a few relationships and I've learned a lot of stuff from them. I've been
All right, YouTubey, what's happening? What it do? It's your boy Benjamin back with the crew. If you're new, please don't forget to subscribe. This video is titled "Women Will Ruin Your Life," and I can already tell that this is the setup of somebody who is yearning for female attention or is yearning for attention that's external to themselves. We can get straight to it. I mean, True Religion shirt, Lambo. I mean, come on now. Like he says, you're trying to mask all the things that you're looking for in external, in brands, in clothing, in design, all this type of stuff. You're trying to perpetuate an image to somebody else to show that you're worthy of anything, or worth, or show that your worth is some crazy level. I agree with some of the sentiments. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, we live in a capitalist country, and you need money in order to live, really. I mean, to have roof over your head, in order to have transportation to get to the roof that's over your head, as well as you need work. So you need many different elements, as well as food, and then, of course, clothes on your back. And it's almost as if we're spending this hamster wheel of each and every day trying to find another opportunity or another way to just keep the necessities, keep clothes on your back, keep your roof over your head, and keep your transportation alive. So a lot of people believe that if they have that and they don't have to get stuck in the rat race, that being the money, they'll be more fulfilled. But we see plenty of people who are famous, so meaning that they have some additional external worth that's attached to their name, as well as they have money, and they still go through it. Meaning there's more to life than just money. There's more to life than just fame and notoriety.
been gaslit in relationships. I've been lied to in relationships. I've also gaslit in relationships. I've also lied in relationships. I've also not been 100% faithful in relationships. So I never want to sit here and act like I'm perfect because I'm far from it. I'm nowhere near perfect. Like I said, I'm not perfect at all. But I know and I've learned that I will never let women affect me the way that I've been affected by women this far. I've been disrespected on so many levels when it comes to women, and it's honestly to the point now to where like I have to respect my last name. You know, like I am somebody, even if I wasn't who I am today. Just as a regular person, like I'm still somebody, and I'll never let a woman have as much power and control over my life as they have in the past. And you know, it sucks to say that, man, because like, bro, I'm so positive. I put out so much positivity. Like, I overextend my hand to a lot of people, and I try to do the best that I do in relationships, out of relationships, friendships, any person I encounter, my YouTube friends, my friends in the house, my mom, my dad, my stepdad. You know, like, I always try to do right by everybody, and it just sucks whenever I get done wrong myself. I know there's a lot of you guys out there that are virgins. You know what I'm saying, bro? Hold on to that. You know, like hold on to your virginity, bro. When I say that, I genuinely mean it. Like as soon as you start having sex, bro, life changes. You guys don't realize how much your mind changes after, you know what I'm saying, you have sex. Like sex is such a strong, intimate thing, and as soon as you give somebody your body, it's like the deepest connection you could possibly have with another human of the opposite gender. You know, make sure you give it to somebody you genuinely care about. And thankfully enough, I gave it to somebody who I got in my first relationship with. I don't regret it. Almost how do I say, objectify women. You know, you kind of don't really see them for the person they are. You kind of see them as like a body of flesh you can do stuff with.
What the heck is he talking about? I can agree to some sentiment. Once you start having sex, I mean, you may look at things differently. And I think that everyone has mentioned to us that, abstinence is key. I mean, if you look at religion, if you look at science, and even like, the DARE programs and all the programs that a lot of schools were putting in front of us at a young age, there's, I think people overcomplicate it, man. I mean, at the end of the day, we're animals, man. I mean, the purpose of sexual intercourse is in order to produce children. You run a lot of risk of a lot of crazy things happening to you. I mean, if you're dealing with people that you don't want to have children with, problem number one. You're dealing with people who may, be carrying this or that, problem number two. And then at the very least, you gotta understand that you are. I mean, you could talk about a spiritual realm that you're entering when you're talking about Let me know if y'all subscribe to like soul ties, and at the very least, all the endorphins that you're emitting and intaking and releasing, you start to become tied to this person. I don't think just because you catch one body, you then start to objectify women. I don't think that's that. But I mean, a lot of people get confused. You know what I mean? They call it demonetized or, whatever. You lose yourself. And if you're not really with somebody that you really are caring for, I mean, then you already lost.
I'm really just telling you guys this stuff so you don't take the same path that I did in that way. Women are the biggest distraction known to mankind. Same thing for women. Men are the biggest distraction. The opposite gender is the biggest distraction, bro.
Focus on working on yourself, and don't be one of those people that are just out here trying to chase the validation of women, and vice versa. Just be trying to chase the validation of men. If you're doing all this in order to try and get attention from the opposite sex, at the end of the day, you're losing your motives. You're losing your purpose, and you're likely not headed in an upward direction. Your trajectory can get thrown off. Absolutely.
Like, you guys could be having a great day at school. You get an A on your test. You go and you make some money. At your
you giving
job,
power to somebody else.
You can get a text message from a girl you really care about. And they can completely just shit on your mood and change your entire day. It's like, man, I know that everybody wants to have a relationship with the right person.
Right.
There's somebody out there for every single person.
Sure.
There's somebody out there for you guys, but I promise. But it's like the most difficult part is finding them and trusting that they won't do you wrong. But you also got to make sure you don't do them wrong.
Right.
Boys and girls, men or women, whoever's watching this video, never let somebody have too much control over you. I don't know. Morally, y'all, I haven't been the happiest lately. And, like in videos, it may seem like I'm always my happiest, but like, when I get around my friends, it's like I forget about my life problems. Kind of like
another reason why you don't need to, objectify or idolize a lot of these people that are online. Yes, you can maybe look up to some of the things that they've done and, try and follow some of the patterns in order to try to achieve some of the similar results. But a lot of people that believe that some of these people are just, holier than thou, everybody's going through their own problems. And at the end of the day, again, you only see what you see.
Like how whenever you guys watch my YouTube videos, you forget about what problems you have on a day-to-day basis for 30, 35 minutes. Then when the video is over, it's like, damn, I'm still going
back to life.
Even though I've been happy for the last 30, 45 minutes to an hour, it's like, I still got to deal with this problem. It's like, man, depression is a real thing. And I'm starting to realize that now. Like, I've never been a depressed person, but I feel myself having the feeling of depression. I'm not depressed. I know I'm not, but I have moments where it's like, this is depressing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like when it comes to my feelings as a person, and just recently, I'm nowhere near as happy as I was a few years ago. And there's so many factors in that. It's business. You guys don't realize how big of a business YouTube is, and like even when it comes to women, like what their true intentions are. It's like, bro, me being who I am, I have no idea if women truly want me for me, or if it's because I'm in this damn Lamborghini, bro. Like, that's why I try to come off as regular as I can and wear the clothes that I wear and be as respectful to everybody as I can, because I don't ever want to seem like I'm above nobody. But at the end of the day, I am somebody, and I worked hard to create the name that I have.
In some sense, you got to come to reality too. I mean, you can't try to mask behind something in order to try and believe that you're eliciting the right behaviors of somebody. If you are somebody, or this is behavior patterns that you have, you can't then try to act like you don't have them. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're somebody who's flamboyant and flashy, don't try to be like, okay, I'm going to act reserved and nonchalant, and then hopefully the person will fall in love with this version of me, so then I can show them the real version of me, and then not me. I'm showing that they don't really care about my money or my clout. I mean, it's probably something you're not going to know if they do.
Be able to have the money that I have and do all these dope experiences and things, but it's like, bro,
because in some sense they care about the money and the clout, and that's just, it is what it is. Like, and not to say it like in a negative fashion. I mean, most people would prefer that you're doing something rather than nothing. So if you're doing something, it looks like you're trending upward. Most people are going to be attracted to that explicitly.
End of the day, even after I can go on stage with the baby for an hour, bro, and be the absolute happiest I can be. I can go on tour in front of you guys and be smiling, having a great time. And then as soon as it's over, as soon as I get into a quiet room, it's like I'm not as happy as I should be. I have nobody to call my own. You know, it's like I have nobody to go home to. I have no specific woman in my life that like just makes me happy and makes me forget about how stressful my job is and how stressful YouTube can be and how stressful comment sections can be and just stuff like that. Like I have nobody, and it's like this.
And that's another thing, man. I think a lot of people act like, again, we're not simple animals. End of the day, most people prefer that companionship and intimacy with another person.
No plea for y'all to go and find me nobody or, you know, no girl to come save the day. But it's like not having a companion in your life does get sad sometimes. And you know, I used to have somebody. She was pretty dope.
Mm-hmm.
She's almost brainwashed me into thinking that the reason we went wrong is because of me. When the whole first year, she was the one that was doing stuff that was wrong. And then once we started dating, I started messing up because in the back of my head, I'm still thinking about all the stuff she did the whole year prior to us officially dating. And then I messed up and did some stuff in the relationship that ruined the actual relationship. But, you know, like there's things that build up to the action that we make. And she brainwashed me so much into thinking that it was literally all my fault. Like I'm the only one who ever did anything wrong. And it's like, man, that shit will mess your head up so much, bro. Like being told so much that you're the problem will genuinely make you feel like it's 100% you. And I'll never let no woman put me in a situation like that ever again. Like, hell no. Man, it's like I was doing everything possible. I'm paying off credit cards. I'm making gift baskets and stuff. I'm getting flights and stuff for her and her family. I'm getting her family's flights. I'm dealing with stuff I shouldn't have to deal with just because I'm a nice person. And it feels like as soon as you do one small thing wrong, it's like everything you've done that's positive just goes out the window. And I'm not gonna say no names. You know, I've been in a few relationships. I've been in relationships with women that you guys have never even seen on camera. You know, I'm tired of being almost tricked into thinking that only I do stuff wrong.
I mean, valid. You know, valid feelings. You know, again, this is why I think that it's important. A lot of dudes, a lot of women. Period. You get to a point where you're ready for a relationship. You shouldn't just because you find this person attractive. Let me just get into a relationship. No, I think there's a lot that comes with it. I mean, at the end of the day, you're two different people from two different lives, two different experiences. You got to be able to be cognitively ready, emotionally ready, financially ready. That would yield a lot of the best results, I would argue. You have people that you weren't even ready to put online. You're a content creator. I mean, I don't think those relationships were going to be in any manner feeling for you.
And that's what I don't like. This video is going to be so all over the place, bro, but it's really just me sitting here talking alone. Like, I know what you guys are probably thinking, like, how can you be depressed in a Lamborghini? How can you be depressed having all this money? How can you be depressed?
What? No one's thinking that. I mean, some people are maybe thinking that, but they have no self-worth or validation.
Depressed. Making everybody laugh and smile, like everywhere you go. How can you be depressed? You're going on tour. You know, it's like, man, y'all gotta realize when you're in front of that crowd, bro, everything feels amazing.
Right. You're on a high.
All the cheering and yelling stops. You get in a quiet room and you're alone. It's like, bro, this shit is depressing.
And that's another thing too. I think a lot of people do things just so that they can be seen as the person that has reached this level. What I mean, a lot of people go to the work and they aspire to be like, let's say, a manager, or they aspire to be the owner, or whatever the case may be. Not necessarily because they really have a passion for it, but they want the pay or they want the recognition that comes along with it. A lot of people go to school and they want to ensure that they get the best grades to lead them to a pathway towards a profession so that they can make their parents happy, so they can brag to other people and say, hey, I've got to this point, this class. Everybody, be proud of me. Look at me. Like, and I felt that too. And I mean, I understand that like there's situations where maybe, man, if I was, you know, working on the line at McDonald's, I might feel some type of way. You know, maybe nervous about trying to admit to the people that that's what I do. And I think whether you're in that position or you're somebody who's a CEO of a Fortune 500 company, I think that you should be proud of what you do and happy with what you do. Obviously, bills got to get paid, but what I'm saying is a lot of people do things for the validation of other people. And maybe not like consciously, but a lot of things people will do will just be ensure that you're doing things for yourself. Be passionate about the things that you do on a day to day.
And it's like not the crowd yelling. That's not the depressing part. That's the dope, energetic,
Right.
lit, amazing. You know what I'm saying? Part of it. But it's like when you get behind closed door and reality sinks in and your actual personal life sinks in, it's like, man, you guys don't realize I put you guys' happiness before me. And I've been doing that for the past like 3 years, man. Like, I'm uploading these longer videos for you guys. You know what I'm saying? I extended the tour because people in other cities were sad that I didn't go to their city, so I added 16 more cities to go to make you guys happier. I'm not even focusing on my own happiness. I'm not focusing on my body. I'm not focusing on my mental. It's like I put everybody in front of me, and I think that's what's killing me, bro. And it's like I love what I do. Like, I swear I do, bro. Like, my job doesn't feel like a job, you know? But like, man, I'm now uploading 30 to 40 minute videos, and people are still saying make your videos longer. And I know it's not literally the video isn't long enough. I know that you guys see it as you guys have been having a horrible week, and when you watch this video for 30 minutes, you're happy as hell for 30 minutes, and as soon as you hear the video cut off and you go in your room and you sit down and you're alone scrolling on your phone, it's like, man, you still have the problems that you have. Like, your problems didn't go away. You were just happy and forgot about your problems for 30 minutes because of my videos. And it's like, I'm editing my videos. I'm always thinking about the next video. For 2 years, I was doing my own merch. I finally have a merch company that's killing it now. It's like, there's so much stress on me. And I feel like, sadly enough, women have added more stress than relieved stress in my life. I don't hate any woman I've ever dated. I care a lot about them still to this day, you know? But it's just like, will I find my person?
Yes. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not in the cards for you.
Oh, I just think the worst thing is
What did I just miss?
and time and dedication and money and love into something and just not work.
I hate to be that guy. Unfortunately, everybody has to go through these stripes. But I can harken back to his first point. If you're out here, laying with people endlessly, you're gonna go through some of these turmoils because you're doing the most in order to try and chase someone's love, chase someone's validation. And when you're chasing, at the end of the day, it's something they're running away from you. So you're going to feel like you've been used or exhausted.
But real talk, bro, I pray that y'all never go through a heartbreak. I pray y'all never go through
No
a
facts.
breakup. I pray that y'all find the one person you love young and you guys spend the rest of your life with them. But it's like, man, me on the other end, I didn't did trial and error. Nah, I gotta find something else, I even had some girls try to talk about my character, like as a person. Like, I know I'm a great person. I'm a good ass person, bro. Like, I know that. And can't nobody tell you that you're not a good person.
Yes, they can. People can absolutely tell you that.
You know, if you know that your intentions are pure and your intentions are true, it's like, bro, nobody can tell you shit. But
People can absolutely tell you that. You can have good intent and still make bad decisions. Absolutely.
still, for some stupid reason, women have like such a chokehold on my feelings. And
Their brother gone.
Wrong. Like, I just hate how much control they can have over me, or how much control they've had over me. So it's like, I don't know if I'm ruining it for the next girl that comes along.
Absolutely, you need to relax.
I can't do as much as I've done in the past.
Well, you're buried, brother. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. If you're using a lot of these terrible experiences to then bring that into the next relationship with the next phase with the next woman, then you've already set yourself back. Because now she's not getting the real version of you. That doesn't even make any sense.
These other girls have not ruined it.
They did.
I just think the
You literally just said you're not going to do the same things for next women.
hardest part is you can care so much for somebody, and after everything falls apart, it's like you're never going to see this person ever again, or you're never going to have that level of affection or compassion with this person ever again, or you might not ever see this person ever again, and you're going to pass away one day.
You're going to be crazy. We're really only here for a few years. You know what I mean? We're here for literally a glitter in time, a shimmer in time. And in the grand scheme of things in the universe, it really don't matter that much. Yeah. I mean, you can have all these experiences with somebody, and then before you know it, you gone, they gone, your relationship is gone, and they on to the next person. You have to be okay with that, I think, ultimately.
And you never get to see.
Because I think the same could be true. You shouldn't be looking towards your partner for your sole source of happiness. You should be happy and content with life, and this person is only finding ways to add to that.
you cared so much about them for so long. I just gotta make sure I'm not stupid enough to where I ruin it for the next person.
Yeah, it gotta
Which
be.
is wrong. There's somebody out there for everybody. Like all the problems that
Sure.
we're going through, like
Sure.
there's somebody out there that will do everything you love times 10 and never make you worry about if there's somebody else or what.
I think some of this thinking is kind of what's wrong with current dating. I mean, everybody believes that there's going to be somebody that will accept them for who they are, and while there could be some positivity in that thinking, I think it's also detrimental because again, we all have a hyperinflated idea of what it's like out there in the dating world. A lot of people believe they have options that aren't really theirs. Hey man, I want this. I want this guy that's gonna do this and that. I want this woman that's gonna do this and that. And whether it's actually a characteristic that's gonna be something that develops a relationship further or not, people are at a point now where there's believing in their head that there's somebody that's gonna be coming in there and swooping me up like Prince Charming or like a princess, and I'll be able to exist with maybe these terrible ideas, maybe this bad mindset, and you know what? Somebody is gonna be sitting there on the end of the door for me. You should work on yourself, be a better person, and then you'll be able to maybe vet the people that you're looking for a little differently. And then you're not going to be looking at some of these things that maybe can even be superficial and hoping and praying that maybe one day a partner is going to be out there for you. Because if you have that mindset while you're single, you have the same mindset while you're in a relationship. And that's why a lot of people end up hopping relationships because they're not going to be content in some manner. You know what? This guy here checks off 9 boxes for me. But you know what? I want a 10th box to be checked off. Sorry. See ya. It's a bad way of thinking, I think.
Never make you worry about if they really care about you. Like you just gotta find them, and finding them is the hardest part. It's easy to say you can find them, but actually doing it is so difficult.
Because most of these people don't exist. There's probably a person out there that's going to be the person for you, but a lot of people are looking past it because we have this belief that there's a whole bunch of options that we don't really have.
It's like all the women that I've dated or spoke to or been in a relationship with, whatever, it's like I've been introduced through somebody else. I've never found a person myself. I've never been at some restaurant, seen somebody and walked up and started talking to her, and that person I've dated has always been, hey,
What?
I know this person I think should be a good fit for you, and then you go all in and shit falls apart. And women haven't
Such is
ruined
life.
my life. I can say that for a fact. Like no woman has ruined my life.
No, facts. You're still here breathing.
Nobody's ruined it. But if I would have kept on the same path I was going, they could have ruined it.
Absolutely.
It's what I realize now. Yeah, one of the girls I was dating, me and her tried to go and get back in a relationship like 15 times. Like I should have known right then and there that that wasn't the one. You shouldn't have to break up 15 times. You shouldn't have to break up at all.
I think there's a person there that if with proper communication you could be willing to work something out. But I mean, I think that time plays a pivotal part in that. I mean, maybe you could be aligning with this person with so many metrics and ideas, but maybe where you are currently in life isn't necessarily where you should be in order for this relationship to flourish. Time is critical. You could have a partner right now. Let's say if you're a guy, you're dealing with a woman right now who has her books and brains together. She's got herself a solid job. She's making a lot of money, and she's at the point now where maybe she's looking towards building wealth. She's looking for kids and all these other things. Maybe you're a guy who's trying to figure out what he wants to do in regards to his finances or his job or his career. And you're trying to decide or decipher whether or not you want to have kids. Maybe you guys are just in two different portions of life. But maybe in every other metric you guys align. It could just be wrong timing.
I say it's probably be 1, 2 max. Shouldn't keep going back to somebody. It's just not working. And stuff gets damaged. It'll never be the same that it used to be. It's like
Yeah, I can see that.
This person wasn't the one. If it took us 15 tries and it still didn't work. I'm being honest. Like I love the Lord. I believe He's real. I try to pray as much as I can. I try to get a better relationship with Him, and I tell Him and I pray. When I pray, I ask Him for a better relationship with Him. Like I ask Him to remind me all the time that He's real. I ask Him to remind me that at the end of the day, I might not agree with everything that happens in my life, but He makes certain things happen for a reason to test us. We're soldiers at the end of the day. We're not just on this earth to have fun. Like we have to go through stuff. And
Go through stuff for what?
He just tests us to see if we're strong enough to go through the battles He puts us against.
I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. I think that a lot of people go through issues in life and then they're like, oh, maybe this is God testing me. You're going through issues in life just because you made bad decisions. A lot of times that's what it is. Or you're going through issues in life that everybody has to go through. And you're just, building character.
The only thing that can fulfill you besides all that is Him.
And that's what I was going to say too. I mean, again, that's kind of, finding purpose, has to do a lot with that, finding God.
So I just gotta keep reminding myself of that, man. I just gotta get my relationship better with God, bro. Because a girl can only do so much. You know, she can
Absolutely.
make me happy.
And that's kind of, even if you look at like long-term relationships, a lot of it was supposed to be, marriage was supposed to be something that you did under God. You became united under God. So if you're just doing it, just do it, then, maybe losing the plot there.
Mentally make me happy a little bit. She can help a little bit spiritually, maybe even, but God can fix all my problems with the snap of a finger. I wish He could do it. I wish He could just plop somebody into my life that's perfect. The perfect girl. But I feel like my life is great in every other aspect. There has to be something that I figure out myself, and I think that.
If you gotta sit in the car and have this conversation, then there's definitely some working on yourself that you gotta do. And I don't think that's a slight on him, because I think all of us have work to do. Whether or not you're in an amazing relationship or not, you still gotta grow. You're still gonna be tested with new challenges each and every day that you're gonna have to grow from. I'm gonna be real with you, but a girl's not gonna fill that hole you're missing. You yourself are. You'll never be happy if you yourself are not happy solo. Facts. A person can only do so much. Find hobbies and things that make you happy, and by doing these hobbies, you'll naturally run into somebody. YouTube isn't a hobby, BTW, it's your career, so these things don't have connection to your job, it's to your hobby. No facts. As a high schooler, everything you mentioned is real. Turning to God was the best decision I ever made. Instead of looking for a person, I took action and looked for something greater. Focus on my mental and physical has helped me be at peace. Never delete this. No, look, I love this reality. I was thinking about doing something kind of like events like this myself. I like it. This is real spill. It really hit me when he started crying. He said, "Will I ever find my person?" It's so true. The whole video is just straight facts. I think that's, again, something that we've kind of become disillusioned with as people. I think that there was maybe our parents and our grandparents were able to find things, I think, a little more organically. Like I said, I think there's a lot of people now that kind of are jaded because they believe that they have so many options out there, so they're, holding back. Oh, this guy's too short for me. Oh, this woman does this. And so you're kind of looking for a lot of these external reasons, or you're looking for the baddest shorty, the most handsome dude. So you're not really looking for somebody and worried about the integrity of their character. I think that's kind of the problem. A lot of people want to just live their life too, so a lot of people are not really looking to have families early, like a lot of people were at one point. I had to get what to say because we love you and you're one of the realest, most genuine people in the world. It's relatable though, yeah, facts. What you're feeling is valid. It sucks going through heartbreak, putting yourself on the line, putting others above yourself. No, facts. When you're pouring from an empty cup, it's incredibly hard to fill your own cup because you're so giving. The issue is that you've been giving and loving. There's others who take with no remorse. It's okay to set boundaries, and it's important as well, but even the best boundaries won't deter takers from testing the waters. Thank you for being so vulnerable. I'm going through something similar, and I really love to see somebody that I admire talk things out. Respect your last name. No, facts. Yeah, it takes a lot of courage. Hey, shout out to DH.